Hey, there he is. How you doing there, bud?
Okay, it looks like I got some audio action.
There you are.
I
There
got
you
my
are.
daughter in town, so this is my little 3-year-old. So sorry about that.
Well, how have
Yeah.
you been, man? It has been quite some time, probably 5, 6 years since I've talked to you.
I know. Hey, give me the phone, please.
Awesome, and you got a new one. There you go.
Yeah, well,
That's
four
amazing.
actually. I got 4 kids.
Wow. Yeah, you had 3 boys, right?
No, actually, 1 boy and 3 daughters. So
Oh heck. Oh
yeah,
heck. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations.
yeah. So
Wow.
how have you been?
Love in life, man. Let me tell you, sometimes you just got to get a divorce.
That's all it takes.
Man, let me tell you, I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
what else to
I,
say. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, no, it's been fine, man. It's been fine. That was short lived. I guess the last time we saw each other. I mean, you take a little hiatus, and everybody forgets who you are, and yeah.
right.
So anyway, yeah,
So
hell, I was gone for a little while, came back, and ever since then, immediately went into building an art business as soon as I got home doing that. And within the first probably
oh
6 months, had 15, 16 different employees working there. And
oh wow.
within a year and a half, we had 6 locations. We did that for about 2.5 years. We just shut it down last summer because right around the Alamo where we were at, we had 6 locations downtown, right smack dab in the middle of San Antonio, and
Hmm.
yeah, they closed down a large portion of the historical district for construction because they knew the economy was fixing to fucking tank. Yeah, just
Right.
straight up. Yeah, so because that just took all of the tourism and business away, there was no point in us even staying there. So we just went on and started doing other things. We bought a couple other businesses, and now our main bread and butter. Move all this shit out of the way. My beautiful lady has brought dinner.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, yeah. So
You have a new lady, so that's good.
oh yes, yes, yes. Fantastic, wonderful, love of my life. Definitely so. Yeah, things are much better these days. Yes, yes, yes. So
Very good. I'm happy for you.
thank you very much. Thank you. So yeah, did that. Now our main thing is a toy distribution company is our big deal. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, but we buy and sell businesses. I started a private equity fund that, I mean, I didn't have any money at all, man. When I got back here, I was, no friends, fans, family, or followers, no money, no nothing. Well, you know the situation. I mean, I had a family, I had everything back then. You knew me. We talked.
Yeah.
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 And I
And you were
thought,
actively starting things then too.
yeah, I was always doing things. I was on the speaking circuit. I was teaching. I was doing all of that kind of stuff. And that was the whole deal. It was really an embarrassing thing. It was like a couple of days before Christmas. I get pulled over going buying Christmas gifts for my family. And it's one of her vape cartridges. And at that time, that was still very, very, very taboo. Just a little
Right.
vape cartridge, right? And it's a felony. That's all there is to it. It's a felony. It's in the car. I'm the
Hmm.
only one in the car. I mean, shit, it's mine. I mean, that's all there is to it. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it violated the terms of my federal release. I mean, that was it. I hadn't even had a dirty, hadn't done nothing wrong.
So you had to go back.
Yeah, I ended up having to go back to kill off all the paper and shit. Thought I was coming home to a family, just like I had. Plus one. There was another little kid running around when I got there.
Right.
Yeah, wasn't mine. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right. So that was the end of that. That was the end of that whole relationship. And when I got here, it was pretty much just start over, and that's what I did.
Right.
Started
That's
over.
all you can do.
Yeah. That was 4 years ago, as a matter of fact. 4 years ago, about 2 weeks, a week ago, about 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and things are going well now. Now, as far as we were talking about all kind of things. We were talking about opportunities and everything. Look, there is so
Yeah.
much opportunity out there right now.
Okay.
You've already got a business. You've been rocking this business for damn near 10 years now, right?
Yeah.
So what is the scalability problem? That's what I want to know.
It's trying to be affordable for the people and at the same time not putting pressure. I guess maybe it's the fear of putting pressure on the customers.
Oh, okay. You got broke mentality.
Financial pressure,
That's cool. You just have
So
broke
this-
mentality.
Yeah, broke mentality, dude.
No,
That's
but
exactly.
it's your problem, not theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, actually. What it is that you just need a multi-tier system. Okay. That's it. Implement a higher tier system for your higher ticket people, so that you can get them, right? Those people
Right.
don't mind paying those services. And at the same time, have your regular rates for your regular folks. Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, well, yeah, can you get that for me? Thank you. Got another phone across the room. I got all kind of things going on. Just, do what you
Right.
do there. I didn't even realize that was mine. Nobody ever calls anymore. They do this.
Sorry. You were saying just set up a tier system, I believe.
Yeah. Set up a tier system. Now, do you have an actual subscription system with them, or is it just like a handshake?
I try to use what I call the Netflix model with my customers. So basically, all my customers pay a 12-month plan.
Yes.
They pay every month of the year.
Great.
So that's it. So that is something we do, but we don't have a whole lot. It's
Sure.
I've also not been very serious about it too. So it's like I could be more serious but I'm really kind of thinking I'd love to get out of it.
Well,
I'd love to try something different and just get into something else.
yeah. Well, my question is, how many people do you have working for you right now? Don't you tell me
I
so,
have
buddy.
2 guys. Just 2 guys.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're still working, so it's a 3-man crew, right?
Yeah. Occasionally I don't work, but sometimes I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So sometimes or most of the time.
I would say about 65 to 70% time I work. Yeah. So
Cool. So bring in one more guy and quit.
right, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, really, you don't. No, I don't mean quit. I mean quit working in your business and start working on your
Yes.
business. Okay. Look,
Yes.
it could be a cash generating thing for you if you just let it, and then you can go do your other shit.
Right.
Like right now, when
That's
I
a
told
very
you
good
got
point.
12 different businesses and interest in 30 different ones. That's
Right.
how you do it. I don't work at them. Hell no, I don't work at them today. Today we didn't even go anywhere. Yesterday we stopped working at 10:30 in the morning. Went to a networking event. Yeah, drove to a networking event at 11. Stayed there till 2 in the afternoon, hanging out, eating barbecue with a bunch of damn.
I do need to step away, man. I need to just let it go.
Fuck yes, dude, and just make
Like
money.
these 2 guys can probably manage it too on their own.
Well, they will
I just
if you put the systems
Yeah.
into place. Okay, if
Right.
you put the systems into place. Now, and that's what here, man, I've known you for a long time. When we were talking last time, it was on a consulting basis. I remember that. We were talking about building out routes. We were talking about doing routing software for you. I remember that. Man,
Right.
you think I forgot our conversations? I remember you very well, Justin. Very well.
oh my gosh.
Hey, man, look, I take pride in what I do, and what I do is help people grow a real future, okay?
Right.
Now, in truth, look, this is a premium service, man. I do consulting for this, is what it is. And for the companies that I deal with, I'd usually do it in a 4-hour block. It's $1,500, okay? And that $1,500 can be split into 4 different segments, so they can do it in an hour a week or however they want to do it. That's not that bad of a deal. Now, for you, I've known you for damn near 10 years. I just want to talk to you once a week and let's guide you through it. Now, here's what I want for you, because ain't nothing free, sucker. After I have guided you through it, look, give me a month. Give me a month. And if you actually do the shit that I tell you, you will see the results. I promise you. Okay?
Okay.
If you
All right.
do the things that I say, you will see those results. Now, once you have implemented those steps, all I want from you is an actual testimony saying what happened. That's it. The truth of what happened. Of
Okay.
whether it was a beneficial thing for you to speak to me once a week or not.
Uh-huh.
Whether it actually added value to your life or not. Whether it actually generated revenue in your pocket or not. Because that's all
Right.
different things.
Yeah.
Just because I can provide intellectual value does not mean that I generate money in your pocket. Right?
Right.
Right. So I like to be for real about that. And because I can talk to you like a normal human being, I would much rather have that. I'd rather talk to you for 30 minutes or an hour, shoot the shit with you
Right.
about your life, about the business, see what we can do. If I can give you a couple of pointers, maybe a system in place, something like that, to help you get to that next step. Well, if in a month's
Yes.
time, if in 2 months' time, if you're not already doing better than you were, And man, I guess my advice ain't that great if you've actually done the stuff.
Listen, man, I remember our conversations, and you know what? I enjoyed those conversations. I learned a lot. And I'm feeling great energy from this conversation, man. I really vibe with you, brother.
Well, thank you, man. I do with you as well. That's
You're a good guy. You're emanating light from you. So it's incredible. You're a motivating fella, and I think this is what I need. So yeah. I'm willing to work with you, and I'm motivated. Like if you say stop working tomorrow and go out and knock doors 8 hours a day and pick up new clients, like, okay, I'm ready. Let's rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Actually, check this out. That's great stuff, and a lot of people will tell you to do that. You know, hit the road marketing, do all your stuff. You know, step away from the work part, start focusing on that. I'm even going to get you to a point where you got that automated. But you got people doing that for you. Yeah, and it's really cheap. It's easy. I mean, all this kind of stuff, man. We're going to work through it. We're going to work through it step by step by step.
This is what I need, dude. Yeah, this is what I need. I need some motivation, dude.
Yeah. Oh, it's not hard, man. Look,
some guidance. I need like a Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, Justin, years ago, I sat and I thought to myself, if I could have the perfect job, like the job, if I had to show up every day and do a job, what would it be if it was my perfect one? And the only thing that ever I really thought I would be great at, that I would really enjoy, was to be a member of like a think tank. You know, come up with ideas. And in truth, my entire life, man, I've been coming up with ideas, brainstorming, and implementing them to show the proof of concepts, which you have seen over the last 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that's the whole point. I sent you that. Did I send you a business card yet? My digital card?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm talking to you.
I wondered because I had put out a couple of posts today on social media as well. I mean, it's the first of the year, so I'm trying to make sure that all the people that I do have on my different groups that I'm trying to keep in contact with anybody that still wants to. You never know. I mean, you've known some of these people 15, 20 years, and they don't even know where they know you from. But you're all doing different businesses now. You're doing different things, and if you're still alive and kicking, you might want to see how you're doing. So that's why I did that. Yeah. But no, as far as building business and helping out, man, I am more than willing to step-by-step guide. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So you do have any kind of links other than your website? You used to have a website, and you still have the same email. I know that's the same email address you used to have.
I have an email. I don't have a website right now, actually, to my knowledge, unless there's something up. But I don't have any. I'm kind of off social media, so it's just not even pushing hard online or anything. Just
that's why. Well, shit. Look, if you're not doing any marketing and you're not doing any sales, you're not going to get any more business. I mean, now at the same right. But at the same time, if you're working your butt off and you're just in your day to day having to damn mow the lawn all day long, it's really hard to focus on any of that. So I totally get that too. So it depends on where you're at, and you might be at a spot now after all these years that you're just like, well, I just don't want to work as hard doing either one anymore. I get that.
I'm basically there, dude. I'm done mentally. Yeah. I'm just worn out.
Well, look, here's a suggestion from me, because I used to just stop those businesses when I got tired of them and just start something else, right?
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But then I found out that here's the thing. You actually have two different options that are really, really good for you that you could do. Number one, you could let it turn into a passive income for you. Hey, kiddo.
Right.
Yeah, you could let it turn into
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. You have an awesome dad that he works really, really hard for you. And I've known that for a long, 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 long time before you were even born.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you got to tell your dad thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, it's important for you to know what dad does. That's right. So, anyhow.
Exactly.
Yeah, most of them don't. But, yeah, no, there's easy steps we can take to this. Really, two things come to my mind immediately. Now, as far as growth strategy, 1,000 things come to mind. For you, I think two options. Number one, well, actually, I don't know if you're still there. You didn't tell me nothing. Maybe I'll wait just a second. I'm going to drink my coffee for a second and wait. You know what? I'm going to eat a chip. What have we got here?
I had one loaded up for you. Just underneath all that.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Do nachos while I do this. That don't work. Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you should either turn this into a passive income stream, or prepare to sell the business, but don't throw it away.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And either one's fine. Now, for me, I like just grow the damn thing and let it be passive. I mean, it's a landscaping
Yeah.
business. Landscaping businesses are great, man. They're always in demand. You can hit a high dollar neighborhood. Here's something that I know for a fact. What I know for a fact is in Houston, Texas, when I was 21 years old, okay, and I'm 43 now. Yeah, I'm 43 now. The neighborhood I was in was $300 a week to do the lawn. Okay, yeah, a week to do the lawn, and none of them had a lawn. It was like a little patch of something on the side of a sidewalk in this little suburban area next to the city.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But they're all HOAs, right? So they have to have their lawn maintained a certain way. Grass has to be a certain length, everything. So it's much easier for them to just have a service. Have a service that takes care of it once a week. They pay for it probably once a week, once a month, whatever it is. It's all on the credit card. And it's just a group of 5 or 6 guys. One jumps out with the weed eater, one jumps out with the mower, one jumps out with the whatever. They go in there, zip, 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 zip. See you later. On to the next yard. They got one guy beating the doors down the street as they're going, lining it out. Hey, I'm already doing all your neighbors. We're in the neighborhood. If you let us in, because we're already here, we'll give you a discount the first 2 times. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Point is, there's good money to be made. Good money to be made in little neighborhoods, and people will pay it because they really don't have a lot of choice. And in those neighborhoods, they can afford it. In those neighborhoods. Right. So really, a lot of it comes down to where you're doing it, what you're doing it for, and who your customer is.
Right.
Right. Now, for you, if you're just tired of doing the damn thing, man, I would just I would probably bring on one extra person on the lower end, and then take the 2 guys you got, raise them up to management level, teach them to be the bosses, how to run the thing, teach them this is what you do in this order, which I know there's an order to thing. I think you weed eat first, and then you mow, then you blow.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So I've seen a few companies that do stuff like that, but yeah. Now, once you get yourself to where you have a certain clientele, you have a certain lead list and whatnot, and a little bit of growth, give yourself at least 3 years, okay? I say 3 years because you want 3 tax returns. 3 good tax returns. Positioned to sell it for 3 or 4 times the amount. So if you're making $200 or $200,000 a year revenue, not income or not in your pocket, man. Revenue. If you can make $100,000 or $200,000 a year, right? You can sell that for 2 to 3 times that amount. Yeah. So think about that. Now you didn't actually have to make that. It means that you raised it up to where within those 3 years you made it up to where you made, let's say, $200,000, which ain't hard. Right. That $200,000 is not hard. Okay, in actual overall gross revenue in a landscaping service. Okay. That can happen. Now we're not talking about profits. We're talking about gross revenue.
Right.
If you can show that gross revenue, you can make a multiplier on that. Okay. If it's 2, let's say you get a 3x multiplier. There you go. You're looking at 3 times on that. 2 or 3 times 6. There you go. 18. For not even for doing anything else. You don't even have to work another year. That's it. They'll pay for that to take it over. You just gave it to them in a little package. That's what we do right now is buy and sell, right? Buy and sell. We'll buy one little thing, roll it up with another one. Right now, I just put in 3 letters of intent with some plumbing companies out here in my area. Small little plumbing companies. None of them are big. They're all about retirement age. They're about to die. They've all got 4 or 5 little employees and stuff who, as soon as the owner's dead, they're just going to go off and start their own companies because they've just always worked for somebody else. So I say, hey, why not go in there and make an offer to these old people and say, hey, let me just buy it from you, let you retire, right? And then what I'll do is take all of your leads from all 3 of you, take your combined crew, tools, and assets, roll that together into one larger company, rebrand it, market it properly for the first time ever in history, right? And to the actual leads that they have, because they've all been in business for 10, 15 years. So if they've all got probably 3, 4, 500 regular customers each, hell, that's 1,500
Right.
customers they've all got that have never had traditional marketing. All they've ever had is the occasional, mail-in flyer or something to their neighborhood. So
Right. Right.
right. So when you roll it up and say, hey, we're here, we're still here after all these years. We're actually rebranding into a larger thing so that we can take better care of you. And here's our newest thing in your area that we're actually offering. We'd love to come out and talk to you about it. Well, they hadn't heard from you in however many years. It's the first time they've ever heard from you. I mean, you automatically double, triple your money is what happens. So it's just called
Right.
it's called a roll up is what it is, and it's real simple to do it. These people are ready to get out of it for nothing. You just rolled up 3 little companies, get yourself a tax return or 2. The next thing you know, there's a large private equity company out there that's looking to buy you.
Right.
Yeah, and when
Very
they
smart.
buy, yeah, when a private equity company comes in, they buy it like a 10x multiplier because they're looking,
Right.
yeah, because they're looking for a long-term play that they're going to do a public offering with eventually. So where people are going to be buying
Right.
stocks on it, right? So they're not trying to do something on a small level; they're trying to do on the multiple million. I mean, even the small to medium sized businesses that we deal with are generally the $1 to $5 million range.
Hmm.
Right, and that's what they consider small to medium.
Right.
yeah. So like
Very
every business
interesting.
I've ever owned was like micro. That wasn't even
Yeah.
a small business. Yeah. Man, so this was a whole other thing for me when I came into it. Now there again, the reason I'm talking to you about this is you're like, how do I not be broke? There's economic woes.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money when we started this, and you don't have to have any either. Okay.
Right.
You're
Okay.
already in a better position. You've got a business that's operational. Okay, if you just put a little
Yes.
bit of effort into a couple of things, you could already maximize some things to where you could take those freedoms. You just got to focus and do those right now.
Right.
I hear that in your voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Well, we get to a point of being burnt out, and as a matter of fact, as if you were right here near me, I'd probably try to buy you. Just that's what I would do. I would sit down and say, hey, how much do you make a year? And because it's you and it's based on you, because if you're not there at 65% of the work, then I'm going to give you a 1-year multiplier, which means I'm going to pay you what you made a whole year, and you're going to walk away. You're still happy.
Dude,
You would still be happy.
I'll
right
run your
now.
business. I would love to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
You
and
do it for half. I'll do it for half. Half of what I made.
yeah. Now I'll tell you what. If you actually are serious about that, I could probably get your business sold within the next couple of months.
That's interesting. Well, it's not a whole lot of money, but
But it's enough for you to take a break and go do
for
something else.
example, I'm just being honest. We did only 89,000 gross, man. It's kind of embarrassing to even say that.
It's
but
not. That's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. I promise, man.
Yeah.
Look, we deal with businesses. You can call it whatever you want, a project, a business, or what have you. It's somebody's livelihood. It's what somebody pays
Right,
their
right.
bills with, and we respect that, right? Some
Right.
of them is just a Facebook group, and all they make is a little bit off of affiliate, ads that they've got on Amazon.
Yeah.
To, and we can go in and buy that, that group, that media for $1,500, $2,000, and that means a lot to that person. They've worked hard to
Right.
build up a following, and they've never really made any money, right, doing what they were doing.
Mhm.
But they've worked hard on it for a couple of years, got several thousand people in the group, but they just don't make any money with it, right? They're happy to
Right,
take a
right.
couple $1,000s to give it to us. Well, guess what? We've got 2,000 or 3,000 people that are interested in a certain topic, and we know how to market to them. So,
Right.
it behooves us and them, and then they can feel like, wow, now I can actually step away. All the work that I did was worth something, and I can go do something else. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I like this.
Now think about that. If somebody said $89,000, well, I'll give you $100,000, and would you take half now and half in payments? I mean, you see,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you get what
Of
I'm
course.
saying, right? Even
Yeah.
that sounds not bad. When you think
Right.
about 100,000, that's 50,000 now. Right now in your pocket, you could probably be okay for a month or two while you figured something out, right? Right.
right.
If you wanted to start another company, you actually had investment capital. If you wanted to do
Right.
to partner with someone else on a real estate deal, you actually have the funding to do it. There's a lot of
Right.
things that you could do if you had a chunk of change in your hand, right? I get
Oh
that.
yeah, 100%.
Right. Even like you're saying, oh, that's such an embarrassing amount. No, it's not. How many people?
Right.
How many people do you know uh, have something worth $89,000?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you're in your 30s, right? You're like 33, 34. You're young, right?
35 actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were somewhere around there. You actually own something. We're not talking about your house. We're not talking about your car. We're not talking about anything
Right.
that's costing your money. We're talking about an asset that makes you cash flow, okay, that you could
Mhm.
sell $100,000 fairly easily, man. Fairly
Right.
easily. I'm trying to tell you, fairly easily. Now, for the most part, people are going to try to tell you to sell or finance and all that kind of shit. And if that is attractive to you, do it. If it's not, don't. I would always try to get most of it from an SBA loan first, so that you could get your big cut first. But either way, you're
Mhm.
generally all right. Even when you sell to a company, you're generally okay. You're going to get your money. But yeah,
Right.
now that's if you wanted to sell. Now for me, I like cash flow. I like money coming in my pocket and bank account all the time. I want to own a little bit for a long time. Maybe you just want to sell half of it. Maybe you want to
Sure.
maybe you want to bring in some of your guys and offer them. I mean, they may not make money. I don't know what they do on the side. I don't know. Maybe like here, look, I'll tell you right here. If we got some workers doing landscape, they might have a side hustle doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And maybe it's a lucrative side hustle. And you say,
Yeah.
hey, Pedro, how would you like to be a business partner? And they
Yeah.
say, oh, I've always wanted to own my own company. You just say, well, look, for 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever it is, I'm going to let you guys buy into the company at 30%, 20%, whatever it is. And you will be responsible for that. So now it's a different deal. You're not on hourly pay. I mean, they could still be on hourly pay, but they also get
Yeah.
a distribution of ownership, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
That incentivizes them to go and hire the right people, train them right, because now they have dignity that they're an owner and a boss. You become an investor. Okay?
Yes.
Right.
That's true.
There's a lot of ways to do this, Justin. You don't ever feel like you're trapped. Sometimes it might take you a few months to move around and to think outside that box because you've been so
Yeah.
focused in the grind, especially going through the holidays. Good Lord, you've probably just been zapped of energy and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Dealing with family and friends and having to post things so that you look like a normal family.
How funny.
Yeah, well, people do it, man. I mean, I open it up every day, man. I see everybody's, sorry I'm late, and I can tell they worked so hard to get this shit in order for everybody. I'm like, who cares?
Right.
Man, I got my dogs in the background farting and shit and all that kind of stuff. So what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't got to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect.
Right.
But anyway, is there anything else that I can help you with before I go? Because my lady does tell me I need to eat over here. But and I
No,
want to keep talking
just-
to you more. I just want to make sure that I've got some of the basic covered and that I've
You
actually
definitely have
helped
my
you a little.
attention, and I'm motivated by our talk. I think this is a great talk. It's good energy, and it's something that I can use and learn from you. And I would love for you to be my guide in moving forward. So
Excellent.
I'm excited.
Excellent. Okay, so I tell you what, if you said the words, you said I'd love for you to be my guide, then you have homework.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, this is the first actionable step you can take before our next conversation.
Okay.
Start lining your two guys out with responsibilities, and you take
Okay, got
one extra day next week off.
Shit. Okay, man. That's no problem at all.
Yeah, just one. If you normally take one, take two. If you normally don't take any, then take one.
I don't think you know, dude. I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'll take the whole week off.
Yeah. Well, don't.
I mean, I can.
Yeah.
Like the guys are in that mode. You know what I mean?
Well,
so,
okay, so you've already got them there.
I kind of am already where you're talking, man. I've just been
Okay.
going on the crew to make sure they're good. So
Okay, I tell you
But,
what. Then you've
I
had
might-
on that note, then you've had a motivational talk during this last little while. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say that it's been 30 minutes of a little bit of coaching, a little bit of direction. So since
and it's
you've
wise,
got your
dude.
brain,
It's smart. It's exactly what I needed to hear, dude.
okay, well you've got your brain
So-
firing right now. So I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you any homework. What I'm gonna do
Okay.
is I want to touch base with you Monday evening after work. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes, and I want you to just tell me what you did and what you decided to do within the next week to put a plan into action. I may have some suggestions for you at that point, but if nothing else, it will allow you to formulate some sort of strategy over the next 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
All right.
That
Justin.
sounds good.
All right. Hey, I'm going to sit
All
up
right.
and
You have a
talk
good
to
dinner,
you.
Chris.
All right. I'll talk to you on Monday. You have a good day, Justin.
All right. Bye.